Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video. This one we're going to be talking about I've been talking about doing this list for a bit, but this is my top 10 non-playable characters that I think should have tasks. Not top 10, top 5, sorry. Can't do 10. There isn't quite 10. I tried to look for 10, but honestly, I mean, there's barely 5. I mean, two of them I'm like questionable about, I guess I'm not too bothered if they don't have tasks. But there's definitely 3 which I definitely think should have tasks sometime, and there's the one that's number 1 I think is in dire need of tasks, and need tasks like now. So yeah, so first of all, let's go to number 5. We may as well start this list off. So I'm going to be going through the character, and then also some proposed tasks I think that character should have, and they have done it in the past where they've given a non-playable character tasks. For example, the Snow Monster, Santa's Little Helper, they had absolutely 0 tasks, and then Tap Tap came along and gave them tasks. It was really, really cool. Also, characters like the Mutant Rabbit, Jub Jub, Mr. Teeny had like a few tasks, and then they completed them and give them a full set of tasks, so they no longer basically give characters like 1 or 2 tasks. They give every character a full set of tasks. So this is Casino Nessie. So first of all we have 60 minutes. So Casino Nessie is number 5. I think Casino Nessie, should have tasks. So of course Casino Nessie is the Loch Ness Monster, obviously in a casino form, but the Loch Ness Monster essentially when Homer and Willie and Mr. Burns basically capture Nessie and bring her back to Burns Casino, where Burns uses her as a mascot, I guess. Now I think she should have tasks, mainly because it's an iconic thing. It's it's a legend that everyone knows about the Loch Ness Monster. Everyone knows about the legend of the Loch Ness Monster, and plus the episode it played a very central theme. I think non-playable characters should only be characters who either are only like 1 episode things and don't really mean anything, or characters who aren't really that like animals, essentially animals and robots. I think non-playable characters. I think all like people should have tasks, bar a few. There are a few like people with like Brutus and like the Prospector and stuff like that. Like those kind of things which are just background. I don't mind them not having tasks. But Casino Nessie, I think, should have tasks. So here's my task. So 60 minutes, get hosed down. That's when obviously they're trying to hydrate her in the big pool. That'd be kind of cool, just a little animation. Deal casino trips for 4 hours over at Burns Casino. Run Rampage for 8 hours. That's when she's like screaming and running around Springfield. That'd be kind of cool. Get released into the wild for 12 hours. I think this would be a really cool task. It actually swimming around in the ocean, or maybe like it goes to the ocean and like it's just sitting there. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it can like go into a free part of the ocean, or maybe in a river. That'd be kind of cool. River or an ocean, I guess, would be either one. Actually, no, it makes more sense that it's in the river because it's in the loch, isn't it? I don't know. Oh, whatever. And then work at the casino for 24 hours just over at the casino. I think there would be some kind of cool tasks they could do. Definitely at least 2 cool animations, or 3 cool animations they could do. And a few just ones that would be in the side of the casino. But I don't think it really matters. I think the Casino Nessie's definitely one that could have tasks. Not as much as the other 4 I have on this list. But one I definitely want it'd be cool if she did get tasks, because I think she does deserve them. Anyway, number 4, I've put Handsome Pete. So Handsome Pete's actually a boardwalk performer. We've seen him a few times in The Simpsons. He's quite irregular, he is a gag character. I do understand that. But at the same time, he's not, I think he deserves tasks, I really do. Now, of course, he works in a place called the Davy Jones Hamper. It's a building that's it basically is a boardwalk building. Let's call it a boardwalk building. It's technically not but they could make it so it's a boardwalk building, so you can place it on the boardwalk. I do think that they should add the Davy Jones Hamper. Maybe they could do a pirate-themed event. No, I'm joking. Maybe not. But no, they could add the Davy Jones Hamper somewhere down the line somehow, which is the place where Handsome Pete works. Put that in there and put it so you can place it on the squid paw, and then have it so he unlocks all of his tasks. So here are the tasks I think he should have. So first of all, 60 minutes, shift the Davy Jones Hamper, which will be the building which hopefully he can have tasks with. Beg for money for 4 hours. For 6 hours, get mistaken as Krusty the Clown. 12 hours, play the Constantina, which is the thing he plays, and then for 24 hours eat a fish sandwich. There was a scene where like Homer wanders into the Davy Jones hammock, and Handsome Pete's just sitting on a barrel eating just a raw fish between 2 slices of bread. I just think it would be a funny task, just him sitting on a barrel eating that sandwich. It'd be a funny little animation. But there's definitely at least, there's at least 3 there that would be interesting animations, and they could definitely make a full set of tasks out of Handsome Pete. I think it would be kind of cool to see Handsome Pete. I definitely, I want to see him. I definitely want to see him. I think it'd be a really, really cool character to give a bunch of tasks to. So yeah. But again, Handsome Pete is not really, I don't think it's as important as these next 3, which I'm going to talk about. So these next 3 are the kind of ones that I think definitely need tasks. And the number 1 is like one that I don't even know why it doesn't have, she doesn't have tasks, but we'll talk about it in a minute. First of all, we have the Leprechaun, it's number 3. So the Leprechaun, of course, was added in St. Patrick's Day in 2013. It's a character that's been around, it's probably, yes, the oldest character out in this whole list. And of course, when you tap the Leprechaun, it gives you a bit of money. I'm not, I think that the Leprechaun does deserve tasks. It is a major character. I think, well, the character's bigger than Tom O'Flanagan. It's bigger than Groundskeeper Seamus. We've seen it more often than Groundskeeper Seamus and more often than that. But I don't understand why they have tasks and poor old the Leprechaun doesn't. Now, I do like the whole money thing. How could they get around this? Because, of course, you tap it and it gives you money. Well, I think possibly when you tap it, it brings up its quest line, all of its tasks, and then he does the little run and gives you the money. And then also when he completes tasks, I want him to do the little jig and give and release some money. I don't know. They could still implement the whole little thing when you tap him and he runs and he gives you money. I like it, but at the same day we've got 2 other leprechauns who do the same thing. I wouldn't be so bothered if they completely got rid of that and they gave us tasks instead. Of course, there was the snow monster, and I do miss when you tap him and he mops up and he makes that funny little which he used to do when you tap him. Now he doesn't do that. You just click him and his tasks come up. I'd be quite happy for them to get rid of that if it meant giving him tasks. But anyway, his tasks are make out with a gypsy for 60 minutes. They could just put the gypsy in the game, like is an animation, just him making out with the gypsy. Or they could actually add the gypsy as a character. Whatever. Look for lost gold for 4 hours. I mean, that could be anywhere really. 6 hours, go to the pub. 8 hours, he does an Irish Drake, which would be cool. 12 hours, fight Santa's little helper, which, be a little animation. And then 24 hours, fight the Northern Irish Leprechaun. Again, another little animation. And that would sort of involve the Northern Irish Leprechaun as well, without giving him tasks. I don't want him. I think he should be non-playable. So next up, number 2, let's go to number 2. The number 2 is actually the Capital City Goofball. I think that he really deserves tasks, because I think he is a character that's, he's been there a few times, we've seen him quite a few times. He's a character he's an older character, like a backgroundy character. I don't want to say C-list, he's not quite C-list. I'd say he's D-list. Actually, he's a D-list character. C-list, we're talking like Sarah Wiggum, I guess. Manjula. I'd say Manjula's C-list, she's not quite B-list. B-list is like Carl and Lenny, I guess. A-list is like Homer, Moe, Milhouse, Mr. Burns. They're A-listers. Anyway, moving on. So I'd say he's a D-lister. These are the tasks. So celebrate the victory. The only problem with Capital City Goofball is it would kind of require them to add the Capital City Stadium, just like Handsome Pete requires them to add his store. I think they kind of need to add the Capital City Stadium to do some of these tasks. So celebrate the victory for 60 minutes, which will be him celebrating baseball victory. Cheer on the team for 4 hours, again, that should be over at the stadium. Or it could be an animation, I guess. Change out of costumes 6 hours, again at the stadium. Manage Capital City's baseball team for 12 hours. This would be kind of like a little podium, how Mekwembe has, but it would be outside the stadium again. And then hang with Homer for 24 hours. Just those two. Either they could do an animation for that, or they could just have it inside the baseball. I mean, there's not as many animations for the Capital City Goofball, which I'd probably be the one disadvantage for it. But I think there would be a few solid tasks. But anyway, what's our number 1? Can we have that? Oh, sorry. Can we have that drum roll? So the number 1 character, which I think should have tasks, is Snowball 2. Of course it's Snowball 2. I really think that Snowball 2 is in desperate need of tasks. I don't understand why Snowball 2 doesn't have tasks, whilst characters like the Vicious Monkeys have tasks. I don't understand it. I really do think that they need to give Snowball 2 tasks immediately. If I had to pick, it'd be the character that I think should have them all. I mean, even the Capital City Goofball, as much as I want him to have tasks, I wouldn't be so bothered if they didn't. But the one I definitely think does deserve tasks is Snowball 2. So what tasks do I think they should do? So 60 minutes, cough up hairballs, 4 hours, nap on the street, 6 hours, wait for food at the Simpsons house, 12 hours, put on a few pounds, which is the one where she gets stuffed when she goes to that other house, and she's just fat as shit, and walking around really, really fat. 24 hours, run away from Santa's Little Helper, or fight with Santa's Little Helper, or something like that. Just them fighting. Of course, in the future, Santa's Little Helper and Snowball 2 get intimate, and they have children. Don't ask me, apparently they do. Santa's Little Hybrid, check him out. Yeah, I mean, overall, I think it would be really, really cool to see Snowball 2 have some tasks. I definitely think that they should add tasks for Snowball 2. I don't know why they didn't. Again, I had the same issue with Santa's Little Helper. When Santa's Little Helper didn't have tasks, I constantly asked. I think I said it in a video ages ago, but I said that he needs tasks. They need to basically add it so he gets tasks, and he really does. And so does Snowball 2. Snowball 2 really does deserve some. And I know she is a friend prize, and that's maybe why. But the same time, they gave Stampy. Stampy originally only had 2 tasks, and then they gave him a full set. They could do the same for Snowball 2. Give her a full set of tasks now, okay? So I want a hashtag trending on Twitter, guys. Hashtag give Snowball 2 tasks. No, I'm joking. But no, I really do think Snowball 2 deserves tasks. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I will be doing a follow-up to this video, top 10 characters playable characters who don't need tasks. And I'm going to make that just mainly because I think as of lately, we're getting some really crappy characters who really don't deserve tasks. Who, if they were added, 2-3 years ago, they definitely wouldn't have got tasks. I mean, if Snowball 2 was added today, she would definitely have tasks, but it's just obvious she would. It's just because I think because she was added earlier on in the game, they've just sort of forgot about it. But I definitely think that they need to add tasks to her. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next video. Goodbye.